welcome back to another episode of Fandom Live.
We are very prim and proper today.
Yes.
So it's Toby, Nick,
Rocky,
Mark,
and we're here for a review episode of Terminator Salvation, the latest installment of the Terminator series, which has ranged from the previous movies and the TV series.
The Sarah Connor Chronicles and the previous three
movies.
But before we can continue,
we'd like to thank our friends over at Fandom.com, makers of Sun Island, the new virtual world, where you can play games, listen to music, meet new friends, and catch up previous episodes. Do join the open beta and discover this whole new world waiting for you. There.
So,
thanks.
To start off this review, we shall warn you that Mark hated it, Nick never saw it, and we liked it.
Oh, this is
really an interesting review.
Yeah, like, if you guys notice the symbol here, it's because, well, one of the stars of Terminator Salvation is Batman himself, Christian Bale.
This is Batman. But yeah,
I didn't see it.
It's like Christian Bale.
Moving right along, Christian Bale plays John Connor, and we find ourselves encountering lots of more robots in this installment of Terminator.
I like the robots though.
Okay.
Before we go, into details, so how does this movie actually connect to the previous three movies, if at all?
It's set in the future, right? Before the Terminator goes...
The quote-unquote future.
Yeah, the quote-unquote future before the Terminator goes back for the first and second and third movie.
Yeah, so in all the previous Terminator series and the movies, the story is always about Skynet, the computer program in the future, sending back Terminators
Also known as Google.
to kill first Sarah Connor and then kill her son. Because ultimately, her son, John Connor, is meant to be the great leader of the resistance. So this is the first time we actually see that dark future and what happened to mankind.
I must say, which is a very interesting concept. And I was excited for it, and then I was disappointed when I saw the movie.
Okay, let's get to that then.
Yes.
What are the disappointments?
First of all, Christian Bale as John Connor.
Why?
Oh.
I felt that, well, okay, put it this way. I always thought that John Connor would be sort of a more geekier person. I felt Christian Bale just had too much of a strong appeal into the character.
Why would he be geeky? I was just wondering why. What made you think along those lines based on the previous shows and stuff? Or are you thinking a lot because of Terminator 3? Because he was kind of dorky.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'm coming from Sarah Connor Chronicles, which shows how John Connor transforms from geek into a stronger personality, which, for me,
Interesting point.
makes the fourth installment make sense because of the series, which may or may not directly be connected. After all, we are getting hints that the fourth movie might actually be, in some ways, an alternate deviation as well from the numerous series. It kind of wipes out events in the third movie, but at the same time raises a lot of questions about the Sarah Connor Chronicles series. It has nice touches of the old stuff. You have the return of the tapes, which Sarah Connor prepared for her son.
At the end of the
first movie.
First movie, yeah.
There's the infamous and popular cameo. Some hate it, some love it, where the
governor
makes an appearance. And of course, you cannot have the governor make an appearance without making sure he's naked. But trust me, they did it well.
The power of technology.
Yes!
To bring him back to life.
So, okay, so that you hated it casting-wise, Christian Bale and stuff. Is there any other reason why you didn't like the movie?
One also because, well, or probably it's just because of the establishment of the timeline. It's still a little bit off.
Was it inconsistent, or like were there a lot of loopholes?
Well, like Toby said already, that it was a little bit inconsistent from 3.
Okay.
But I felt that 3 was...
3 sucked!
Yeah, I know, 3 sucked! But I felt...
wiped out.
But I felt that 3 was made for the sake of making a movie.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why 4 kind of jumps over that and like, it never happened.
Right.
And that's always, I guess it's one of the cheats of the fact that since there is time travel involved, it's bound to get messy. I mean, for the Sarah Connor Chronicles alone to survive, they had a lot of jumping around and rewriting and just to keep their continuity stable. So that's bound to happen. But I guess overall, it was entertaining as a Terminator movie, and it had really nice touches here and there. You were talking about little cameos and whatnot, important lines that are said by different characters.
The line suddenly gets a new meaning based on how it's said in this movie.
Yeah, but it's different characters saying it. I mean, just hearing "Come with me if you want to live," that was like, wow, that just struck me.
Alright, but I have to question. I haven't seen the original movies for quite some months. Was the character Marcus ever mentioned in the previous movie?
No.
And okay, so this is mainly my problem, because I wanted to see more of John Connor in this movie, but most of the movie just focuses on Marcus.
Because John Connor wasn't supposed to be the main character in the movie. There's all these press and articles about how the fourth installment was supposed to be about Marcus. And John Connor was actually just a supporting character.
It's a red song.
And next thing you know, they discover, ooh, we got Christian Bale for the role. And suddenly the director and the writers were like, let's add more spice to it. So the fact that he feels shafted in terms of his role was in some ways intentional. And I would not be surprised if it also was done for the sake of attempting to, how do we put this? Since John Connor is definitely to be developed in different ways, but supposedly with the TV series that now has been cancelled.
And on the side, we should read that guy's blog about the cancellation.
Really fun reading.
Really, really good blog.
It's possible that their plans of having Marcus in the forefront was to be able to develop the franchise with a new lead.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, they realized John Connor, Christian Bale's more bankable, so they, of course, kill him off.
So, but otherwise, and I guess that it's really important in order to appreciate the movie. When you enter the movie, you have to not expect John Connor to be the lead. Just watch it for what it is. You realize Marcus is more of a central character, and then it might help you appreciate where the story is going along. But if you go with the expectation that I'm going to see John Connor in the future kicking robots' butt, you sort of will, but that's not the point, I think.
For me, the point of Terminator movies, plain and simple, is the chase. It's always the things, the machines trying to kill the humans. And it's how to make the chase interesting. The first two movies were fantastic. The third movie sucked. Rotten eggs. The fourth movie has everything from motorcycle robots to giant Constructicons
Motorcycle robots?
flyers, the hunter killers, and having all that in one single movie with the whole movie feeling like one massive chase sequence was fantastic.
Right, okay.
I have to agree with that. I give it 5 for the chase sequence and for the action.
So, you give it a lesser rating for the casting, is that what you're saying?
Casting, story-wise, and continuity, yeah,
Okay.
those stuff. But in terms, if you want a good action film, if you want a chase film, then see it.
And, well, you guys,
Definitely, I like it. It was really entertaining. And if you're a fan of the original movies and you forgot to watch 3, this is great for you. It really is just it's a good Terminator movie. I wouldn't say it's the best. That's still going to be an argument between Terminator 1 and 2. But it does fulfill its own purpose in the whole mythos, and it gives you a glimpse of what the whole struggle was like, how things were in the future. And it's not that far away from how things are now. They tried to make it set in a way that it's still familiar to our, reality, our present. So, still a good movie, still worth watching.
I agree with him. So, close.
So, right, is this a movie that you would recommend? I haven't really followed the Terminator.
Yes, you have to watch it. It will help make you smarter. If you have any comments, complaints, or fears that Alpha Wolfram Alpha is actually Skynet, feel free to write us. The address is showing.
And you should try asking them.
Oh yeah, you'll be surprised what they'll say, or if, or she, or it's hard to say. It might be Nick for all we know.
Or no, farther.
This is definitely Fandom Live signing out, and thankful that Judgment Day is not till a few years from now, which means there's more Terminator to come. You have to watch it.
I'll be back.
It's so much better than this.
Hey! Okay, He's a robot.
Direct cut mo na.